welcome everyone to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on another team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So California's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Got his man on the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Golden Bears will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Gage. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They'll leave it with him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. The Panthers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse. It's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Quick completion to the right. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Let's look at the big picture for Pitt. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Power football with the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quarterback empties his backfield. Scanning the field, it's Gage. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it, they're on the move. Turns it on down the left side. 10. Touchdown, Pitt. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
That's caught. It's Addison. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He put it out there for him in this season. Gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
The Golden Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Off play action. Gonna try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. With jet sweep pass. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Let's go. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Works the middle. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. On the ground, it's Addison. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Golden Bears back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Cal!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's got him. Tripped up for the tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted deep in his own end. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley.
The Golden Bears will kick it away to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Panthers are flying down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Still on his feet. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to pick up yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pitt now operating in the red zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Oh, it's reversed. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the top. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Try to grab it back on this drive. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Gage. Zings it complete to the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Turbin.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. A first down for the offense. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Gage. Fires to the wideout. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Golden Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll leave it with the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. He'll let it go to the left. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He
breaks into the open. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. From the red zone, looking for a man. Snagged in the middle, it's Murphy. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Looking to throw for it. Now adjusting. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. They'll run the option. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. A long way to go for this offense. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Gage. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today, and they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football.
There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Addison. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to North Carolina. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He uncorks one deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays